Well, hey there, everybody. Wow, that's one of the strangest things that just happened. I loaded up to go live and I went live and there's no video. And my setup uh, says it's ready to go, but I can't make it go. But I already did it. So something's going on here with the internet. And so we're doing it over again. The problem is, I sent out a notice. So all you people that got my notice and want to watch that video, you're probably waiting, and here it is. But it's a different link. So, anyways, what's this about? All right, so I facilitated a prepaid first class mail at the United States Post Office in Kalkaska, and it went from here to Traverse City, and from there probably to Chicago, and then across other state lines and other facilities, and it finally made it to Kingsland, Texas. That's when I realized a few days after that I just got recognized as a foreign national to the United States. And shortly after that, um, the United States Postal Service removed the label 200 from the website, where you used to be able to just go and order that along with your other mail supplies, and they would send it to you for free. But they decided to remove it from the website so that you have to go into the post office to get that supply. And when you do that, they're probably going to try and give you the metered mail sticker. Figure you're too dumb to know what you're getting. So then several things happened. Several people had their mailers returned, and some of them got letters from the United States Postal Service without a signature, uh, saying that their mail was being returned, domestic postage is required. Well, this is non-domestic, and it's prepaid first class. So that green card is for domestic use. That green card is not intended for international mail. Now, I used a green card on my mailer, but it went through because these people, they don't know their job. If they did, they might have advised me, oh, you should use the pink card for this. Well, when I went back into the post office to get supplies for my next mailings, oh, that girl in there, she gave me a rough way to go. She did. She's telling me how they've been instructed not to facilitate the prepaid first class mail, that they stopped doing that in the 70s. Well, if they stopped doing it in the 70s, when you didn't have computers, if you had a computer in the 70s, it was a floppy disk and a black screen. If you couldn't type code, you couldn't get anywhere. And so how is it that they're at the behind the counter in all the post offices, they've got the latest updated software in their systems, and you just touch a couple of keypads and touchpads, and boom, out pops your register receipt, out pops your 3806, out pops your $0.00 sticker that goes on the mailer. How does that happen if they stop doing it in the 70s? Well, they didn't stop doing it in the 70s. It's the United States Postal Service that infiltrated into the United States Post Office, and it's the United States Postal Service that's trying to deprive you of your rights and deny you the knowledge of prepaid first class mail. So we learned quickly that it's the pink card that's for international mail. So what happened? Well, the United States Postal Service apparently decided to remove the pink cards from inventory. No longer available for you. How about that? Isn't that a nice little kick, huh? Well, the thing of it is that return card, that's not necessary. That is not a necessary item for registered mail. So there you go. Now, if you have a pink card in your inventory and you want to use it, I'm going to say that's probably not a bad idea. If you walk into your post office and you happen to see a pink card still there on the shelf, well, maybe somebody didn't get the word. But I got a feeling you're going to have a hard time finding that pink card, but you don't need it. Now, we have a new teaching. We have new labels that apparently worked in a post office that had rejected mail from the previous teaching. Now, we had a lot of success. A lot of prepaid first class mail went through the system. And I did a video with a testimonial that we had. And I can tell you that I know firsthand of many that worked. And then we started having all this trouble. Now, some might have thought, well, they just didn't want us serving these writs of execution. But we can do that. We can do that paying. So it really doesn't stop that, does it? I think the reason for the monkey muck is twofold. One is to make it very difficult to serve these writs of execution because you got to go into the post office to get your supplies, where they're going to see your face rather than getting your supplies online, right? And I think the biggest thing is for removing that pink card is they don't want you to get recognized as a foreign national to the United States in the jurisdiction of the United States Post Office, federal, in the jurisdiction of the United States Postal Service, federal, under the jurisdiction and the treaty of the United States, or excuse me, the Universal Postal Union, international, in the jurisdiction of your county, in the jurisdiction of your state, and then have your registered document, one more time, registered document, facilitated across state lines through multiple processing facilities. They don't want that to happen. They don't want you to send one to yourself. Now, the proper way to do this is to use a drop box, land and soil jurisdiction. So there's new labels, very impressive. I was very impressed when I saw these labels. And yet I saw a need to do an upgrade because on the top right-hand corner, they used the same labeling, no postage necessary if mailed in the United States. However, none of it was in red. Now, the United States Postal Service has definite procedures for the prepaid first class mail. And on their website, they tell you the marking or the labels that are accepted and used. Now, one of the best one is tax per Q. So I changed that no postage necessary if mailed in the United States to tax per Q. And also on the return address, I added in foreign office of origin because that's very important. So in combination with this new labeling for your prepaid first class mail, I believe we got a winner. Now, of course, you're going to want to put a 2-cent stamp on the bottom right-hand portion of your mailer. Now, this is not postage. That's your tax and your duty. It also represents your status, your standing, and your jurisdiction. So, on the services page of the website, oralhealthwithcannabis.com, and you can find that address in the description of this video. Go to the services page, and in the top section of the services page is documents for download. Scroll down, it's the very bottom one. Prepaid first class mail is what you're looking for. There's 4 pages of instructions. There's a couple of pictures there. Follow the instructions. And hopefully, you're going to have great success. I think I just got a comment. Maybe I did. Let's see who's here. Hey, Speak Life 77. Glad to see you here. All right. Have I left anything out? If you have success or you have a failure, I'd like to hear about it. You could leave a comment in this video at a later date and time. You can contact me directly on Telegram. But take a look at the new template, the new instructions, and I think you'll find it impressive. I certainly did, and I have knowledge that was facilitated through a post office that had declined and returned previous attempts from the old teaching. All right, so I got something else I want to share with you folks on how to own your authority with power. So I imagine most of you know that the fallen angels, Lucifer and his band of demonics, they need a man's permission. They need a man's agreement. They need a man's authority in order to act. What does that mean? That means that your authority under God is higher than that of an angel, fallen or not fallen. Your authority is higher. And odds are your guardian angel is bored out of his mind. Because odds are you didn't know to authorize your guardian angel to act on your behalf, to have your back, to be your guard. So people, I want you to own your authority. You need to own your authority. You don't want your country to become Sri Lanka, do you? No. We got to fix this stuff before your country becomes Sri Lanka. We have all the power and we have the numbers. And you've got your guardian angel. All you got to do is give your guardian angel authority and just watch what starts to happen. All right. So I think that's all I got. You got a question for me, Spark Life? Or do you think I covered it? I'm thinking I covered it. Let's see. That's right. Truth. Jesus is king above all kings. Amen. Amen. Put on the full armor of God. You walk through the valley of death, fear no evil, and slay the demonics. Take it to government. Really put it to government hard. Governments are demonic. The demonics have had authority, power. They've had power and manipulated mankind from the fall, from the time of the fall of Adam and Eve. It's been a long time, probably longer than you think, because I think timelines have been manipulated. Everything's been manipulated. Everything that you know is a lie, is a deception. Unless you've woken up, and then some things are now truth to you. You know them. And I know a lot of the people that are watching my videos are there, because I have the most intelligent audience on this planet. That's a fact. So people, own your authority and just put it out there. We're going to start taking these tyrants down. We're going to take this evil down. And we're going to bring heaven on earth. We're going to move into the golden age. We're going to get all this turned around. We're going to get rid of our toxic water. We're going to get rid of our toxic air. We're going to get rid of our toxic food, our toxic soil, toxic teachings, and the toxic life that we've been living. It's all in the process of changing right now. And it's up to you to act. You got maybe 7, 8 billion people out there saying, what can I do? I'm only one. You're one of over 8 billion. And their numbers are so low in comparison. If this is your 8 billion, you can't even see their numbers. It's such a small little speck. So we got all the power, people. And you got the power of God on your side. Authorize your angel to have your back. All right? So I'm going to end it here. I wish you all the best. Much love. I love y'all. Own your authority, people. I'll be back with more real soon.